Well, last time I was in here, we were getting shaped up for a trip to Alaska.
Yeah.
And I got a little story for you. So we get up there. I got my new raincoat on, my new bibs. Everyone thought it was styling. Obviously.
Nice, perfect.
But we get up there, we motor out, and normally it doesn't go this way. It's always a lot harder to catch a halibut. It's, I know.
Right.
Anybody who's gone halibut fishing knows it's not that easy. So I get out there. I rig one rod. All it is like a swivel on a little spreader bar, and I put the spreader bar on and drop it to the bottom. And I just picked a spot randomly, because it looked like two nipples, let's be real. Two nipples on the bottom, and I'm like, there's where I'm going.
Right.
And I go there and I drop down, and I start getting the other rod ready over here, and the boat's just floating in the current, and I look over, and the rod almost touched, like a big old giant halibut rod, almost is in the water. And I'm like, jump for it, and it pops off. And I'm like, okay. So I go back to trying to do my thing, and I didn't even see it, I heard it getting almost, I could hear the rod holder hitting the side of the boat.
Oh, man.
It's all bent up, all the way down the water. I pick it up, about a 30-minute fight, and I got about a 100-pound halibut.
Nice.
Thanks to you guys.
Nice.
And I was comfortable the whole time.
Nice. Yeah, that reminds me of, if you're interested, I'll tell you my halibut story.
Yes.
So my halibut story is when I used to go up there all the time in Alaska, out of Seward Bay, and my son and I were fishing for halibut, and I hooked into, not like yours where it dipped down, I just pulled it up, thought I hooked bottom. I was just like, oh, dang it. And I kept yanking on it, and, it wouldn't pull up. And then finally I saw a little shake, and so we start reeling it up.
Life.
Yeah, and we start reeling it up, and they're kidding. It's kind of like dragging a piece of plywood up. Mm-hmm. And I drag that thing. It comes up to the boat. Freaks me out a little bit because this one happened to be a 200-pounder.
Right.
And this thing was like 6 feet long by like 4.5 feet wide. I mean, it's kind of scary when they come up.
Well, when they do, they're magnified in the salt water, too, so it looks like a 400-pounder.
Yeah, so we got up, and of course it sees the boat, and off it goes. We finally drag it up. The gentleman that was with us that had the boat, he brings out this little 510 shotgun because, you don't drag a 200-pound halibut into your boat. It's a good way to break your legs and that sort of thing. So he drags it up, guys, I'll shoot it. And then he goes to shoot it. Well, just as he shot it, it went just below the surface. So it knocked it out. Now my son and I have gaff hooks in it. And he's scrambling to find another shell, but he can't find it. And we're yelling at him going, this thing is waking up. And we're hanging over the side. Help, And finally he comes out, pulls it up, he blasts it, it kills it, and then we finally drag it in, and it's so big that it sits in the fish box. It's a good-sized boat. Sits in the fish box with the top of the tail sitting out, waving the whole way home.
Bragging rights.
Yeah, but it was pretty awesome. I personally have never caught a fish that big in my life. Yeah. That was the first time I'd ever caught a fish that big.
Probably still eating it, too.
Yeah, for a long time we were. Yeah, it was a lot of halibut.
Yeah, no, that's the beauty of it. The bounty of the ocean is the best part of going on those trips. Getting to fill your freezer and keep yourself alive for the whole rest of the year.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.